London takes centre stage this weekend as Wembley plays host to the last four in the Emirates FA Cup. Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest and Manchester City are still going strong as the race for cup glory heads towards a thrilling finale.
Oh, it is a scintillating goal!
Game, set and match to Aston Villa.
Manchester City rewrite the record books.
They prevail Nottingham Forest on penalties yet again.
And the Wembley arch looms large for Crystal Palace.
Welcome to the Emirates FA Cup Highlight Show. Coming up, Manchester City aim to cut Forest down in pursuit of their third final in as many years. While Aston Villa hope for their first victory over Crystal Palace this season at the fourth time of asking. Just a single point separated Manchester City and Nottingham Forest in the upper echelons of the Premier League, but the contrast in their recent FA Cup record couldn't be starker. City competing in their seventh successive semi-final, going on to win it twice, while Forest haven't been at this stage since their last run to the final in 1991 and haven't lifted the trophy for 66 years. In position for this one were Andy Townsend and Daniel Mann.
Well, the team sheets give us answers, of course, but they also provoke questions. The headline is the inclusion of 18-year-old Zach Abbott for only his third senior appearance, possibly at right-back with Nico Williams suspended, or potentially as part of a centre-back trio with Dominguez at right wing-back. Callum Hudson-Odoi comes into the 11 with Anthony Elanga benched on his birthday. With homegrown hero Ryan Yates suspended, the last man standing from their last visit here is Harry Toffolo, who was in the opposition lineup when they vanquished Huddersfield in the Championship playoff final 3 years ago. Well, Pep Guardiola also leaves us guessing with Rico Lewis and Matheus Nunes in the same lineup. One or t'other will operate at right back or in midfield respectively. Three changes from what Villa hoped would be a cup final rehearsal in midweek. Lewis in, Grealish and Savinho likewise. James McAtee heartbreakingly suspended, having been ineligible 2 years ago when Sheffield United came here. Gundogan and De Bruyne also on the bench. Lewis feeding Savinho, who's moved inside. Kovacic trying to make inroads, and Lewis with an early chance! And a special start for Manchester City, who know a thing or two about quick goals in the FA Cup at Wembley. Well, we wondered where he'd pop up when his name appeared on the team sheet, but he certainly popped up in the right place there.
Well, he certainly has. Brilliant strike from Rico Lewis. Mateo Kovacic does great here. Sees a little pocket of space, drives into it, and he's just surrounded there by red shirts, but none of them are within closing down distance. Too much room for any player. And Rico Lewis, not one normally for applying a finishing touch, does it perfectly there, right on cue. Takes a decent first touch through those outstretched legs. Matt Sells, no chance whatsoever.
Savinho clearing the way here for Matheus Nunes. He has the better of Anderson here. It's beyond the head of Grealish, though. But again, no respite for Forest. And O'Reilly through a couple of challenges. And unleashing the shot, a player that has come of age on the FA Cup stage this season.
Yeah, great play from Mick O'Reilly there. Twice offering a little pirouette to avoid those red shirts, and then again just fancied having a little dip. It's well wide, it's never a problem, but good play from him.
Neatly done by Wood. And Gibbs White has found the pass. Hudson-Odoi on the border of offside. Wood waits! And the flag does ultimately go up.
Yeah, was always just off there, Callum Hudson-Odoi. But that's better, look. That's where you find a pocket of space. And that ball has got, I tell you, it's very close. It's a pretty sharp call, that.
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Elanga waits. Oh! And the stage was set for him. Well, opportunities do not come better than that one.
Was that first touch?
It was.
I think that's literally his first touch. Look at the speed, look. Brilliant ball in from Hudson-Odoi. Goal is begging, desperate to just make good contact with that and knock that in the back of the net. Oh, and he just drags it wide of the post. What a chance.
Lewis. Teos Nunes and Lewis again. On for Savinho. Back to Lewis. Well, others were waiting. Took the route towards goal. Potential here for Manchester City. And Sells has to work. And Kovacic! Oh, remarkable! Well, Matt Sells has produced plenty of moments of heroism in this FA Cup run. None bigger than that.
Wow, what a moment that is. Gets his hands to that one. Now he's got to get back up on his feet very quickly and get back on the line. It's that handball there that the City players are protesting about. It's come off Zach Abbott. I don't... Look, he's not made himself bigger. He's not tried to really do anything significant to block that. I think the arms are pretty natural there as he twists his body around.
One Sells is rooted! And Manchester City's lead is doubled! Josko Gvardiol powers it home! And looks to have booked a Wembley return.
Looked a little too easy, that, didn't it? Yes, decent ball in. Goalkeeper gets blocked a little bit. Look, all the blue shirts around Matt Sells. Actually, not enough. He steps forwards as if he's going to come and have a go at that, and then doesn't keep coming. He then stands his ground. He's in no man's land. Gvardiol's just only got eyes for the ball. It drifts over the top of Murillo. Brilliant contact.
Marmoush. Grealish. Marmoush. Oh, and Sells. And his ankle's covered.
Good play, that. Takes it on that left foot. Might well have wrapped the crossbar and gone in, that.
Forest do have plenty of running in the legs of Elanga. And now Wood. Hudson-Odoi and Elanga on hand, and Gibbs-White's in the picture here. Elsewhere in that box, Gibbs-White! Oh, he's so unlucky! Fractions away from a foothold in the semi-final.
Oh, what a strike. What a brilliant hit from Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, it's just absolutely flush, this one. Look at that. That is so unlucky. It deserved to be a little kinder. It really did. He hit it so well.
Oh, and a mistake has opened the door! Oh, and Gibbs-White curses the woodwork again! What a mighty let-off for Manchester City!
Good Gvardiol here. He doesn't even play that. It's just pressure, that, from Dominguez. And, oh, incredible. Just gets away a yard away from him, doesn't it? Morgan Gibbs-White, the angle is a tight one. Still expecting him to score. Nuno can't believe it. Cannot believe his team haven't found a way there.
This is Marmoush, and now Kovacic, and now Gundogan. Nico O'Reilly, fleet of foot, and it might yet run for him. Can he turn it back? Well, Abbott shut the door on him.
Do you know, it's lovely play there. Watch the way he pauses, young Nico O'Reilly here. Just waits and just sees a little opportunity to maybe shift that ball to others in a better position.
away over to Elanga. Forest have 5 in the area here. Commitment of numbers. Oh, and the bounce of the ball. Again, the post from Awani. And Gibbs White. And a flying Ortega denies it.
Don't know how much Awani knew about this. When it just comes off his heel. Just comes off his heel and wraps the post. Could so easily have gone inside, and then great work from Ortega here, just to make sure it's a comfortable save really, but a very important one. Morgan Gibbs White on another day, could have had 3.
It's City. Success in their 7th successive FA Cup semi-final. And they will be able to right the wrongs of last year in the big showpiece occasion on May the 17th. Yes, heartbreak for Gibbs White and co. But City march on to the final. They've got the winning habit, and there will be the chance of salvation for a disappointing season by their standards against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final. The final score here, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 2.
Aston Villa arrived at Wembley in their best form of the season, with 11 wins from their last 14 outings. In that time, they'd only lost away at Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City and Crystal Palace. In fact, since Oliver Glasner arrived in South London, he was yet to lose against Villa. 3 wins and a draw, his side scoring an impressive 13 times against Unai Emery's team. Watching to see who'd come out on top this time were Stuart Robson and Martin Tyler.
Well, some team news for you. Crystal Palace have defender Chris Richards available again after suspension. He comes back in place of Jefferson Lerma. The top scorer, Jean-Philippe Mateta, was protected on the bench in midweek, but did come on for the last 10 minutes at Arsenal to grab the equaliser. The 17-goal striker back in the lineup at the expense of Eddie Nketiah. And Ismaila Sarr has scored 3 times against Aston Villa this season. He's also, unsurprisingly, brought back into the 11. Unai Emery has a fully fit squad to choose from. His goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, won the FA Cup with Arsenal 5 years ago. Yuri Tielemans scored the winning goal here for Leicester in the final the following season. Marcus Rashford has 2 winners' medals with Manchester United, but he drops to the bench today as Ollie Watkins is recalled. Marco Asensio and the captain, John McGinn, Super John McGinn to the Villa fans. They're also now rested and back raring to go. Skip through everybody, and then first real chance for Morgan Rogers. Wasn't an easy bounce. We'll be wondering, could he have done better?
Well, I think he tried to slice across it here. It's a bit easy to get the cross in. They don't defend it particularly well. It's a real miss from Lacroix. You can see he's trying to cut across the ball and slice it into that far corner.
Certainly can make it difficult. And Mateta. But it's not going to count.
Well, that's the threat, playing the ball in behind. Yes, the defender's favourite to it. Slightly overruns it. And the referee decides that it's a foul by Mateta.
On concert.
Yeah, let's have a look at it from this sort of angle. He does just about touch him, but I think Consa made a real mess of that.
That's a mistake by Pau Torres, charged down by Sarr. Suddenly Palace are fancying this. Eze! Oh! They are fancying it. He stands and takes a salute, a statue of success. Eberechi Eze with a semi-final sensation.
It's a really good strike, yes, of course it is. But it's good closing down. That's where they win the ball. Sarr doing the closing down. And then goes inside the next challenge. Not sure the pass was meant there, but what a good strike from 20 yards out. Pau Torres makes the first mistake. Sarr's got the energy to get there. He doesn't defend it particularly well. And now Sarr to come inside. Look at that. No chance for the goalkeeper in the end because it just bends away from him. I thought it went over the top of him, but he can't quite get his fingertips to it, can he? It's a really good strike from Eza.
Cash, a lot of players in white forward here. Plenty back for Palace. Living Mateta. He says, I'm having that. And he's away. And he's still going. Jean-Philippe Mateta. It's a brilliant run. And trying to pick out Sarr. What a break. That's, again, a thumbnail sketch of Mateta.
Well, I think he did pick out Sarr, and I don't think Sarr made the most of it. What a bit of play that was from Mateta.
And here comes Watkins. Him really opening up. Watkins could be in behind here. Lacroix getting the ball and then taking the applause.
I think he was quite pleased with himself there, Lacroix. Good run from Watkins, just starting to impose himself on the game. And I think there was a massive chance up the other end, created by that man there, and not taken by Sarr. He was coming round the back.
Mateta's next job is to mark that front post zone. Henderson back pedaling, and he keeps it out. Konsa coming in. Villa not done yet in this attack. Kamada gets it away. Dean Henderson's not the kind of goalkeeper who goes out and the penalty spot to command the box, but he's very adept on his line. And Rodgers is going to maybe give her a chance to put it on the money again from the set piece.
Asensio's going over there. He made the save. Wants to jump well here. Great leap from him. Heads it down, does everything right, really.
It's a very good start.
Yeah, it's almost gone past him, hasn't it?
He's the man of the half in terms of quality of the goal. Eze. And Palace now with 6 players forward here, one of whom is Sarr. Oh, that was a real chance for Mitchell. Eze. Villa aren't out of the woods in this particular attack yet. Munoz trying to get it across. Oh, it could so easily, Stuart, have been 2-0.
Well, that's a player that just can't use his right foot. Still pressure on here.
Touched away for a corner. And Villa, having looked threatening a moment or two at the other end, could easily have gone in 2 goals adrift.
Well, the last 15 minutes have been really good. Here's the chance again. Lovely ball played in. Sarr showing his pace. Just plays it into a good area. He completely misses it. What an opportunity. Just watch here on his right foot. Has a think about it. Misses it with his right. Hits his standing leg.
Oh, Torres with a very good switch of play again to Rodgers. He's in the all-white strip bursting forward. Rodgers lucky that it broke out to Tielemans, and it was a first-time effort of some quality that Dean Henderson was turned over from John McGinn, who can do that kind of thing in a flash.
Well, it's a carbon copy of Eze's goal, really. Ball played into that sort of area with his right foot, trying to just whip his boot round it. That's a bit more difficult because that was on the sort of volley almost.
Henderson lucky that it was within his reach. And a flick on the first part of the corner routine. He's Digne. Turned aside by Henderson. He's suddenly become a busy man.
Well, when we see it again, I think it's a great save by Henderson. Digne hits it really well. It's a great strike. Henderson just gets that bottom hand to it.
Touch from Rodgers. Trying to get it onto Cash, but Mitchell stands firm. Eze. Mitchell was a little bit lucky. Trying to feed it in. Comes out to Wharton. Ooh, what's Anthony Taylor going to make of this penalty? Eze caught. We do have VAR, of course, so it will be checked. Stuart Robson.
Well, it's clever play by Wharton. It looked as though Wharton was going to shoot. And instead he passes it into the run of Eze. Cameron, I think, is chasing back. Just runs into it. Well, he does catch him. That won't be changed.
It's a really big moment in the semi-final for Crystal Palace. And Mateta is missed. Martinez takes the credit, but really it was his mistake. And what will be the outcome? How costly can that be?
Well, massive let-off here for Aston Villa. He took his time, and he just goes wide. It starts on target and then just carries on going.
Rodgers. Good work by Wharton. Here's Sarr. Great goal! Palace lead 2-0. Ismaila Sarr just drilled it home.
What a part that Wharton plays in this. When the ball's played into his opposing midfield player, he comes and wins the ball, and he wins it fairly. He doesn't dive in. Tielemans is a bit slow, tries to play it round the corner. Link-up play with Mateta. I thought he was going to play it wide, but he strikes right through the back of the ball. Sid Martinez didn't have much chance with the first goal. Can't quite get there with the second either. So with that bit of space to run, you can see he just wraps his foot round it slightly. The bend takes it away from the goalkeeper and into the far corner. What a good strike.
Steve Coppell in passive, but inside, yeah. That's great love. He's got the tie on. For the club that he managed so successfully. So Yuri Tielemans for Villa. Richards gets ahead to it, but it's not a clearing head. It's quick work from Watkins to get there first. Crossed by Rodgers. Henderson with a punch. Comes down to Leon Bailey. A lot of bodies to try and blast it past there. And he couldn't manage it. It must have gone off a Villa player, I guess.
Might have been Pau Torres that was down in the box. As I said, good play from Ollie Watkins. A nice ball played in. Took his time. And it is Pau Torres.
Couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, I think he's the player on the floor. It's actually, yeah, it's Pau Torres.
Eze trying to protect it. Maybe do a bit more than that. Here's Kamada, and he finds the shot. And he goes for a cross. Oh, and Sarr at the back post. Can't believe he's missed.
Brilliant from Kamada. I thought he missed a fairly easy one in the first half, where he didn't really see the ball until it was almost on his head. But this, he's got to score.
He's fearing the worst.
It's not been his day, has it?
Well, they never, even from the beginning, Stuart, you mentioned right at the start when Martinez had the ball, slow. And,
it was the most bizarre opening to a game, because the atmosphere inside this stadium was as good as I've ever heard it, particularly for a semi-final.
Nketiah. And can Sarr get away here and really settle it? Ismaila Sarr! He does! What a way to wrap it up. He scores 2 against Aston Villa again.
Well, talk about a composed finish. Yes, we know he's got pace, Sarr. But he keeps it away from Cox the whole way. He waits for Martinez to go one way and just lifts it into the other side. It's a really top-class finish from Sarr, who scored that brilliant second goal as well.
How about this? They're off for another counter-attack, and it is Munoz, and he is going to get there this time. And remember that Sarr is on a hat-trick. which Riyad Mahrez did a couple of years ago for Manchester City here in the semi-final. He doesn't need the third. For him, he got the third in the game. Comprehensive from Crystal Palace. They're into the FA Cup final, and yet again they have got the better of Aston Villa, having knocked them out of the League Cup earlier this season and taken 4 points off them in the Premier League. They have now posted a really impressive scoreline to see off a semi-final, emphatic in the end, for Glasnow's Palace by 3-0.
Confirmation that Manchester City reached the FA Cup final for a third straight year, where they'll face a Crystal Palace side who are within one game of their first ever piece of major silverware. So a sunny semi-final weekend leaves just two sides left standing. On Saturday, the Eagles soared at Wembley with 3 sumptuous strikes. Then Manchester City made sure they'll be returning to the final after felling Forest with a little help from the woodwork. Bye for now.